Hi, guys. Welcome to our channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to our channel. Do alien abductions really occur? So make sure to watch the full video. The question as it is posed, having recently noticed the strange cloud formation, photographed over Russia, claimed by some to be an alien spacecraft. It made me wonder about all of the claims of abductions of Earth human beings by aliens for experimentation. Has this really ever happened? Thank you for the questions, and I wish there was a simple answer that would make this more understandable. And if I were to say that there were indeed abductions by strange Klingon-like aliens driving battle cruisers around the universe looking for new planets to colonize, then, I would probably have a bestseller on my hands. The main problem is that you tend to evaluate the existence of other beings, other worlds and other universes in relation to your own reality, assuming that yourself and your world is the epitome of development across the universe. You even have the audacity to ask the question, is there anyone out there? And I dare say that you are looking for other beings that look like yourselves on worlds that look strikingly like your own. This is the utmost idiocy. If you had any inkling at all about the true nature of consciousness and its need to express itself in a multiplicity of forms and dimensions, then you would not always be looking for others like yourselves in your same neighborhood. You even imagine your gods in humanistic form, Jehovah, being a distinguished elderly gentleman with long flowing hair and beard carrying a scale to judge you and then smite you with his judgmental sword for your sins, as your legends have it. Unfortunately, your myths and legends were largely crafted for primitive peoples, and were never meant to be clung to forever like children clinging to their favorite security blanket. You have grown up on far-fetched tales of extraterrestrials coming to occupy your planet and take over your bodies. If I had $1 for every movie that has been made about the aliens whose planet was being destroyed and were coming to take over your planet, I would be wealthy beyond imagination. If you truly want to understand the possibilities of aliens landing on your planet and saying take me to your leader, you need to know a bit more about the time and space that you perceive. It may not be what you think it is, and therefore, conclusions that you reach about vehicular space travel and meeting others like yourselves is somewhat erroneous. No system of reality, world, is alike, the inhabitants are not alike, their perceptions are not the same and the means of communication are not alike, and speech and spoken words is unique to the Earth system. Most realities rely on telepathy for communication. It is also necessary to understand that Earth 2000 civilization, as we shall call yours, is a very young, evolving civilization, as civilizations go. You will never understand what I'm going to postulate here if you believe that you are the top echelon of evolved systems. In fact, it isn't entirely your fault. You can be easily misled by the extraordinary achievements of your technology at the expense of your emotional, spiritual and social development. I won't waste a lot of valuable space here other than to say, if you think for a minute that your civilization is on the top rung of the consciousness ladder, you are sadly mistaken. Your civilization is just beginning, and I offer as justification of that statement, the fact that you still kill, murder, go to war, kill and eat other species, pollute the water that you drink and destroy the very environment that supports you, and you do it with happy abandon, thinking there is no limit to the abundance. Your country elected as your exalted leader, a past president who said that he would do nothing to alleviate global warming because it might cost you some jobs. This is of course, the height of lunacy, yet a majority of your country saw fit to elect such a person of such limited vision. Your entire planet is overpopulated, causing millions of people to starve to death, but still, some of your religious leaders tell you it is immoral to limit births, even though many of the newborn are sure to live an austere life or die in infancy. Is this an advanced civilization? I think not. I am not trying to admonish anyone because other civilizations have come and gone, made similar mistakes and were destroyed. They did not come to grips with and solve the pressing problems of their day. There is a point of no return, where the last available drop of potable water will be drunk, the last kernel of wheat will be eaten, the last bit of available space will be occupied, and will you then still following deluded leaders like trained sheep? Murdering each other, polluting your planet and procreating yourselves to an unsustainable world where no one can live in peace, fulfillment and abundance? That is a rhetorical question, of course. Your world has its limits, and you are now testing them. These problems were foreseen, in other words, the probabilities always existed, but were not inevitable. The solutions were left up to you. Your world is exactly where it should be, but the time for solving its problems is not unlimited and there are no gods to swoop down from the clouds with golden wings to save you. The way this all works, is that you have to do it yourselves, or there would be no lessons learned, and learning is the name of this game. Sorry, I got off the track. But I was trying to make vivid the true reality of the infancy of your civilization before trying to explain the motivations of other worlds, systems of reality so far more advanced than your own that they simply do not understand killing, murder or violence to others of their own kind or other alien species. Some time ago a space vehicle was sighted in the sky over a country in Europe, and what did their military decide to do? They tried to shoot it down. Now, that, my friends, speaks volumes about your state of development as a civilization. Did it ever occur to you that any civilization that has developed the sophisticated, advanced technological know-how to travel the vast distances of the universe would not carry weapons simply because no other civilization than your own inflicts violence on others? To other species more advanced than your own, and there are many, they have evolved beyond such limiting ideas and they know that you can kill nothing. In your science fiction movies, other alien civilizations come to your planet to abduct those of your species to do tests on them, to learn from them, so they can take over your bodies and your planet. It is laughable to think that these very advanced alien civilizations, some of which have evolved through and beyond the Earth system so very long ago, could learn anything from you. They have forgotten more than you know, and have no more need of primitive, outdated information than you have for a 10-year-old computer. There are other worlds, systems of reality, that are more or less on the same plane as you, having evolved through your physically materialized Earth system and then migrating to other more advanced systems in other galaxies. They still watch over your developments with curiosity, but even for them an intergalactic journey is fraught with difficulties to overcome. All systems are either materialized in their own way or not materialized at all. In any case, all adhere to their own rules of life for their own unique planets, dimensions and planes. They each have their own parameters for existence, adopting suitable forms and perceptions tuned to create their own camouflage structures, their own kind of reality. You cannot project in any meaningful way your system, its laws and rules for existence on other civilizations. You cannot superimpose your particular camouflage reality forms on others either, thinking you are the only intelligent beings in the universe. It simply doesn't work that way. So, if intergalactic encounters are to occur at all, one or both of the travelers must be evolved and developed enough to be able to change their inherent form, camouflage, and for a limited time, adopt the common patterns and forms of the host civilization, otherwise nothing would be perceived and no communication would be possible. Words will not be used for communication of course, as telepathy, using thought words at first, is the universal language at this level. Beyond thought words lies telepathic concept communication where an entire concept, experienced by you through a period of consecutive time, would be conveyed and understood instantaneously. This is the way you will communicate with other survival personalities like yourself or with surviving personalities still in the physical system, after transition from your present physical form upon death. What I am trying to explain in a roundabout manner, is that what is alien to you is common to other civilizations, and other civilizations could not have possibly achieved the technological level necessary for space travel and adoption of the camouflage patterns of other systems unless they were quite evolved and beyond your fears of alien abductions. Some of these ancient civilizations are aware of you and know that they too went through this necessary training in your system. Yours is a training system where you are learning the responsible use of energy in the process of creation. Your objects and events are created with atoms and molecules on a micro level and emerge as concrete examples and proofs of your evolving abilities in the creative processes so you can see how well you are doing. Finally, no civilization has ever been visited by aliens in space vehicles from other planets or galaxies with ill intent, and no one has ever been abducted, kidnapped or otherwise exploited by advanced space beings. It is not their nature and it is not really your nature either, but you must learn through experience that requires failures as well as successes. Belief in aliens has increased steadily since the birth of modern alien research in the 1940s and 1950s, following the news surrounding a classified U.S. military project at Roswell Air Force Base, New Mexico. Surveys in Western cultures estimated belief in aliens to be as high as 50% in 2015. And despite the fact that it is considered rare, a significant number of people also believe they have experienced alien abduction. Present-day awareness of alien abduction dates to the 1961 case of Betty and Barney Hill, who witnessed odd lights and experienced missing time and lost memories while driving. The reported consequences of abduction are often loss of memory, missing time, and problems such as sickness, sleepwalking, nightmares and psychological trauma. Following their experience, Betty and Barney experienced psychological problems and subsequently sought therapy. Skeptics argue that alien-related encounters are merely hoaxes created for financial gain or social advantage. Perhaps Roswell is the most famous example. Initial reports from the 1940s left sufficient gaps of explanation for Ray Santilli to release in 1995 what he claimed was film footage showing an alien autopsy from the time, further confusing the issue. He later admitted it was a hoax. The incident sparked controversy and prompted claims that an alien craft had crash-landed in the New Mexico desert and that U.S. authorities were involved in a cover-up. The theory that alien abductions are hoaxes may be true in a few cases, but there is no reason to assume that the majority of experiencers are frauds. In fact, psychologists have come up with a number of plausible, scientific explanations for people's supposed alien encounters. Personality traits. One explanation is that when people believe they have had an experience of alien abduction, they have misinterpreted, distorted and conflated real and imagined events. Hence, skeptics of alien encounters explain them away in terms of psychological processes and personality characteristics. Brain sensitivity. Studies suggest that neuropsychological theories, particularly sleep paralysis and temporal lobe sensitivity, also could explain claims of alien abduction. Sleep paralysis is a feeling of being conscious but unable to move, which occurs when a person passes between stages of wakefulness and sleep. Experiencers claim share characteristics with sleep paralysis, a sense of being awake, not dreaming, and realistic perceptions of the environment. The inability to move, a feeling of fear or dread, and the sense of another presence, perhaps evil or malevolent, are common symptoms. Also common are a feeling of pressure on the chest and difficulty breathing, and of being held or restricted to a lying position. Most sleep paralysis attacks occur while the individual is lying on their back. Skeptic Michael Shermer once collapsed from sleep deprivation following an 83-hour bike race and his support team rushed to his aid. Shermer was caught in a waking dream and so perceived them as aliens from the 1960s television series The Invaders. It also explains some ghost sightings, such as the night hag, often experienced by those who suffer from sleep paralysis. Temporal lobe sensitivity is a theory that suggests the temporal lobes of some people's brains are more vulnerable to influence from low-level magnetic frequencies. Michael Persinger, a neuroscientist at Laurentian University in Canada, is among those who believes that increased temporal lobe activity can explain paranormal experiences such as alien abduction. His theory is that magnetic fields stimulate the temporal lobes, resulting in hallucinatory experiences similar to those reported by alien abductees. What do you think of our video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also remember to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications so you will be the first to know when we upload a new video. Thank you for watching.